Hello, from Vietnam, home to one of the world's fastest growing economies. We are VinFast, a member of Vingroup's technology and industrial ecosystem. Vingroup is one of the leading conglomerates in the region. VinFast is an automotive brand with a vision of driving the global electric vehicle revolution. The automotive industry witnessed a miracle with the swift transformation of an uninhabited swampland into a state-of-the-art automotive factory, and the launch of the first 3 car models in a mere 21 months. Our manufacturing facilities can produce hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles per year and includes comprehensive workshops as well as an industrial supplier park. In just 18 months, we became one of the best-selling automotive brands and the most beloved in Vietnam. VinFast electric vehicles provide modern designs, durable performance, and the highest safety standards. Our vehicles use technology to make EV driving easy, convenient, and enjoyable. With our customers' first philosophy, we strive to deliver quality products, competitive prices, and outstanding after-sales service. We aim to give everyone the opportunity to experience smart electric vehicles. VinFast is constantly innovating with global strategic partnerships. We are also continuing to build a powerful leadership team comprised of the best minds in the business who share our dedication to creating the best products and experiences for customers worldwide. With a presence in the US, Canada, and European markets, millions of VinFast smart electric vehicles will soon be on the road, moving toward a green, smart, and sustainable future. VinFast, boundless together.
Xin chào từ Việt Nam, một trong những quốc gia có tốc độ phát triển kinh tế nhanh nhất thế giới. Chúng tôi là VinFast, công ty trực thuộc hệ sinh thái, công nghệ công nghiệp của tập đoàn Vingroup, một trong những tập đoàn tư nhân đa ngành lớn nhất khu vực. VinFast là thương hiệu xe điện thông minh với sứ mệnh thúc đẩy mạnh mẽ cuộc cách mạng xe điện toàn cầu. Từ một khu đầm lầy chỉ trong 21 tháng, chúng tôi làm nên kỳ tích thế giới, xây dựng và lắp đặt lên một nhà máy sản xuất xe điện hiện đại. Với công suất hàng trăm ngàn xe ô tô mỗi năm, gồm những phân xưởng và khu công nghiệp phụ trợ đẳng cấp quốc tế. Chỉ trong 18 tháng có mặt trên thị trường, chúng tôi trở thành hãng xe bán chạy nhất và được yêu thích nhất Việt Nam. Xe điện VinFast có thiết kế hiện đại, khả năng vận hành bền bỉ và chuẩn mực an toàn cao nhất. Ứng dụng công nghệ mang lại cuộc sống dễ dàng, thuận tiện và thú vị. Triết lý thương hiệu của chúng tôi là luôn đặt khách hàng làm trọng tâm, mang lại sản phẩm đẳng cấp với mức giá tốt nhất, cùng dịch vụ hậu mãi vượt trội, trao gửi cơ hội sử dụng xe điện thông minh đến cho mọi người. VinFast không ngừng sáng tạo, kết nối trí tuệ toàn cầu thông qua những hợp tác chiến lược với những đối tác hàng đầu, hội tụ những nhân sự tinh hoa với bề dày kinh nghiệm và sự đồng lòng vì một sứ mệnh chung để tạo nên những sản phẩm và trải nghiệm xuất sắc nhất cho khách hàng toàn cầu. Với sự hiện diện ở thị trường Mỹ, Canada, châu Âu, hàng triệu những chiếc xe điện thông minh VinFast sẽ chạy trên mọi nẻo đường, cùng hướng đến một tương lai xanh, thông minh và bền vững. VinFast cùng bạn bứt phá mọi giới hạn.
Hello, from Vietnam, home to one of the world's fastest growing economies. We are VinFast, a member of Vingroup's technology and industrial ecosystem. Vingroup is one of the leading conglomerates in the region. VinFast is an automotive brand with a vision of driving the global electric vehicle revolution. The automotive industry witnessed a miracle with the swift transformation of an uninhabited swampland into a state-of-the-art automotive factory, and the launch of the first 3 car models in a mere 21 months. Our manufacturing facilities can produce hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles per year and includes comprehensive workshops as well as an industrial supplier park. In just 18 months, we became one of the best-selling automotive brands and the most beloved in Vietnam. VinFast electric vehicles provide modern designs, durable performance, and the highest safety standards. Our vehicles use technology to make EV driving easy, convenient, and enjoyable. With our customers' first philosophy, we strive to deliver quality products, competitive prices, and outstanding after-sales service. We aim to give everyone the opportunity to experience smart electric vehicles. VinFast is constantly innovating with global strategic partnerships. We're also continuing to build a powerful leadership team comprised of the best minds in the business who share our dedication to creating the best products and experiences for customers worldwide. With a presence in the US, Canada, and European markets, millions of VinFast smart electric vehicles will soon be on the road, moving toward a green, smart, and sustainable future. VinFast, boundless together.
Xin chào từ Việt Nam, một trong những quốc gia có tốc độ phát triển kinh tế nhanh nhất thế giới. Chúng tôi là VinFast, công ty trực thuộc hệ sinh thái, công nghệ công nghiệp của tập đoàn Vingroup, một trong những tập đoàn tư nhân đa ngành lớn nhất khu vực. VinFast là thương hiệu xe điện thông minh với sứ mệnh thúc đẩy mạnh mẽ cuộc cách mạng xe điện toàn cầu. Từ một khu đầm lầy chỉ trong 21 tháng, chúng tôi làm nên kỳ tích thế giới, xây dựng và lắp đặt lên một nhà máy sản xuất xe điện hiện đại. Với công suất hàng trăm ngàn xe ô tô mỗi năm, gồm những phân xưởng và khu công nghiệp phụ trợ đẳng cấp quốc tế. Chỉ trong 18 tháng có mặt trên thị trường, chúng tôi trở thành hãng xe bán chạy nhất và được yêu thích nhất Việt Nam. Xe điện VinFast có thiết kế hiện đại, khả năng vận hành bền bỉ và chuẩn mực an toàn cao nhất. Ứng dụng công nghệ mang lại cuộc sống dễ dàng, thuận tiện và thú vị. Triết lý thương hiệu của chúng tôi là luôn đặt khách hàng làm trọng tâm, mang lại sản phẩm đẳng cấp với mức giá tốt nhất, cùng dịch vụ hậu mãi vượt trội, trao gửi cơ hội sử dụng xe điện thông minh đến cho mọi người. VinFast không ngừng sáng tạo, kết nối trí tuệ toàn cầu thông qua những hợp tác chiến lược với những đối tác hàng đầu, hội tụ những nhân sự tinh hoa với bề dày kinh nghiệm và sự đồng lòng vì một sứ mệnh chung để tạo nên những sản phẩm và trải nghiệm xuất sắc nhất cho khách hàng toàn cầu. Với sự hiện diện ở thị trường Mỹ, Canada, châu Âu, hàng triệu những chiếc xe điện thông minh VinFast sẽ chạy trên mọi nẻo đường, cùng hướng đến một tương lai xanh, thông minh và bền vững. VinFast cùng bạn bứt phá mọi giới hạn.
Hello, from Vietnam, home to one of the world's fastest growing economies. We are VinFast, a member of Vingroup's technology and industrial ecosystem. Vingroup is one of the leading conglomerates in the region. VinFast is an automotive brand with a vision of driving the global electric vehicle revolution. The automotive industry witnessed a miracle with the swift transformation of an uninhabited swampland into a state-of-the-art automotive factory and the launch of the first 3 car models in a mere 21 months. Our manufacturing facilities can produce hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles per year and includes comprehensive workshops as well as an industrial supplier park. In just 18 months, we became one of the best-selling automotive brands and the most beloved in Vietnam. VinFast electric vehicles provide modern designs, durable performance, and the highest safety standards. Our vehicles use technology to make EV driving easy, convenient, and enjoyable. With our customers' first philosophy, we strive to deliver quality products, competitive prices, and outstanding after-sales service. We aim to give everyone the opportunity to experience smart electric vehicles. VinFast is constantly innovating with global strategic partnerships. We are also continuing to build a powerful leadership team comprised of the best minds in the business who share our dedication to creating the best products and experiences for customers worldwide. With a presence in the US, Canada, and European markets, millions of VinFast smart electric vehicles will soon be on the road, moving toward a green, smart, and sustainable future. VinFast, boundless together.
Xin chào từ Việt Nam, một trong những quốc gia có tốc độ phát triển kinh tế nhanh nhất thế giới. Chúng tôi là VinFast, công ty trực thuộc hệ sinh thái công nghệ công nghiệp của tập đoàn Vingroup, một trong những tập đoàn tư nhân đa ngành lớn nhất khu vực. VinFast là thương hiệu xe điện thông minh với sứ mệnh thúc đẩy mạnh mẽ cuộc cách mạng xe điện toàn cầu. Từ một khu đầm lầy chỉ trong 21 tháng, chúng tôi làm nên kỳ tích thế giới, xây dựng và lắp đặt lên một nhà máy sản xuất xe điện hiện đại. Với công suất hàng trăm ngàn xe ô tô mỗi năm, gồm những phân xưởng và khu công nghiệp phụ trợ đẳng cấp quốc tế. Chỉ trong 18 tháng có mặt trên thị trường, chúng tôi trở thành hãng xe bán chạy nhất và được yêu thích nhất Việt Nam. Xe điện VinFast có thiết kế hiện đại, khả năng vận hành bền bỉ và chuẩn mực an toàn cao nhất. Ứng dụng công nghệ mang lại cuộc sống dễ dàng, thuận tiện và thú vị. Triết lý thương hiệu của chúng tôi là luôn đặt khách hàng làm trọng tâm, mang lại sản phẩm đẳng cấp với mức giá tốt nhất, cùng dịch vụ hậu mãi vượt trội, trao gửi cơ hội sử dụng xe điện thông minh đến cho mọi người. VinFast không ngừng sáng tạo, kết nối trí tuệ toàn cầu thông qua những hợp tác chiến lược với những đối tác hàng đầu, hội tụ những nhân sự tinh hoa với bề dày kinh nghiệm và sự đồng lòng vì một sứ mệnh chung để tạo nên những sản phẩm và trải nghiệm xuất sắc nhất cho khách hàng toàn cầu. Với sự hiện diện ở thị trường Mỹ, Canada, châu Âu, hàng triệu những chiếc xe điện thông minh VinFast sẽ chạy trên mọi nẻo đường, cùng hướng đến một tương lai xanh, thông minh và bền vững. VinFast cùng bạn bứt phá mọi giới hạn.
Hello, from Vietnam, home to one of the world's fastest growing economies. We are VinFast, a member of Vingroup's technology and industrial ecosystem. Vingroup is one of the leading conglomerates in the region. VinFast is an automotive brand with a vision of driving the global electric vehicle revolution. The automotive industry witnessed a miracle with the swift transformation of an uninhabited swampland into a state-of-the-art automotive factory and the launch of the first 3 car models in a mere 21 months. Our manufacturing facilities can produce hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles per year and includes comprehensive workshops as well as an industrial supplier park. In just 18 months, we became one of the best-selling automotive brands and the most beloved in Vietnam. VinFast electric vehicles provide modern designs, durable performance, and the highest safety standards. Our vehicles use technology to make EV driving easy, convenient, and enjoyable. With our customers' first philosophy, we strive to deliver quality products, competitive prices, and outstanding after-sales service. We aim to give everyone the opportunity to experience smart electric vehicles. VinFast is constantly innovating with global strategic partnerships. We are also continuing to build a powerful leadership team comprised of the best minds in the business who share our dedication to creating the best products and experiences for customers worldwide. With a presence in the US, Canada, and European markets, millions of VinFast smart electric vehicles will soon be on the road, moving toward a green, smart, and sustainable future. VinFast, boundless together.
Xin chào từ Việt Nam, một trong những quốc gia có tốc độ phát triển kinh tế nhanh nhất thế giới. Chúng tôi là VinFast, công ty trực thuộc hệ sinh thái công nghệ công nghiệp của tập đoàn Vingroup, một trong những tập đoàn tư nhân đa ngành lớn nhất khu vực. VinFast là thương hiệu xe điện thông minh với sứ mệnh thúc đẩy mạnh mẽ cuộc cách mạng xe điện toàn cầu. Từ một khu đầm lầy chỉ trong 21 tháng, chúng tôi làm nên kỳ tích thế giới, xây dựng và lắp đặt lên một nhà máy sản xuất xe điện hiện đại. Với công suất hàng trăm ngàn xe ô tô mỗi năm, gồm những phân xưởng và khu công nghiệp phụ trợ đẳng cấp quốc tế. Chỉ trong 18 tháng có mặt trên thị trường, chúng tôi trở thành hãng xe bán chạy nhất và được yêu thích nhất Việt Nam. Xe điện VinFast có thiết kế hiện đại, khả năng vận hành bền bỉ và chuẩn mực an toàn cao nhất. Ứng dụng công nghệ mang lại cuộc sống dễ dàng, thuận tiện và thú vị. Triết lý thương hiệu của chúng tôi là luôn đặt khách hàng làm trọng tâm, mang lại sản phẩm đẳng cấp với mức giá tốt nhất, cùng dịch vụ hậu mãi vượt trội, trao gửi cơ hội sử dụng xe điện thông minh đến cho mọi người. VinFast không ngừng sáng tạo, kết nối trí tuệ toàn cầu thông qua những hợp tác chiến lược với những đối tác hàng đầu.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle International Forum will begin shortly in the next few minutes. So please be seated and kindly switch all of your devices into silent mode. Thank you.
Canada, châu Âu, hàng triệu những chiếc xe điện thông minh VinFast sẽ chạy trên mọi nẻo đường, cùng hướng đến một tương lai xanh, thông minh và bền vững. VinFast cùng bạn bứt phá mọi giới hạn.
Hello, from Vietnam, home to one of the world's fastest growing economies. We are VinFast, a member of Vingroup's technology and industrial ecosystem. Vingroup is one of the leading conglomerates in the region. VinFast is an automotive brand with a vision of driving the global electric vehicle revolution. The automotive industry witnessed a miracle with the swift transformation of an uninhabited swampland into a state-of-the-art automotive factory and the launch of the first 3 car models in a mere 21 months. Our manufacturing facilities can produce hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles per year and includes comprehensive workshops as well as an industrial supplier park. In just 18
ladies and
months,
gentlemen,
we
may I have
became
your
one of the
attention, please?
best-selling
Our
automotive
section
brands
is about
and
to
the
begin
most
in only
beloved
1
in
minute.
Vietnam.
Please have a nice seat. Thank you.
VinFast electric vehicles provide modern designs, durable performance, and the highest safety standards. Our vehicles use technology to make EV driving easy, convenient, and enjoyable. With our customers' first philosophy, we strive to deliver quality products, competitive prices, and outstanding after-sales service. We aim to give everyone the opportunity to experience smart electric vehicles. VinFast is constantly innovating with global strategic partners.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2022 Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle International Forum, organized by the Southeast Asia Impact Alliance, VinFast Limited Liability Company, and Vingroup Joint Stock Company. I am Nguyễn Trung Quân, your host of today. First of all, let me welcome our VIP guests of today. A very warm welcome and also a very warm applause, please, for our guests today. First, Mr. Huang Peng, former representative of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Vietnam. Second, Mr. Trần Văn Thùy, deputy representative of Vietnam Economic and Cultural Office in Taipei. Third, Mr. Nguyễn Đăng Vinh, assistant head of the Economic and Cultural Office in Taipei, chief of Science and Technology Division. Mr. Nguyễn Đăng Vinh joining us today online. Fourth, joining us online today, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Thao, Assistant Head of the Vietnam Economic and Cultural Office in Taipei, Science and Technology Division. Joining us online today, former Deputy of Minister of the Foreign Assistant, Elizabeth Chu. And next, Mr. C.Y. Huang, co-founder of the Southeast Asia Impact Alliance. Number 6, Mr. Nguyễn Văn Thanh, Deputy CEO of VinFast Limited Liability, VinGroup Joint Stock Company, Forbes Under 30 Asia 2022. Number 7, Dr. Tan Qingyu, Director of the 9th Institute, Taiwan Institute of Economic Research. Number 8, Dr. Wang Jiezhu, Chief Data Officer of the Mechanical and Mechatronics System Research Laboratories at the Industrial Technology Research Institute. Number 9, Dr. Võ Đức Thắng, President of the Vietnam Innovative and Intellectual Network in Taiwan. And a very warm welcome to all the guests presenting here today and all the audiences joining us online via Zoom webinar. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to go through today's agenda. The first section will be the main 4 topics. Number 1, VinFast electric vehicle history and plans of development. Number 2, the new southbound train of Taiwan supply chain, taking the automobile and motorcycle industry as an example. Number 3, the technical energy of electric vehicles and self-driving cars of E3. Number 4, how can Vietnamese intellectuals in Taiwan contribute to promote the Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle Corporation? And the second section is a Q&A panel discussion, which is led by our moderator, the co-founder of Southeast Asia, Mr. C.Y. Huang. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in the opening remarks. Without any further ado, I would like to invite on Mr. Huang Peng, the former representative of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in Vietnam, to give us the first welcoming speech of today. Please welcome Mr. Huang Peng.
This is a very exciting moment. I should say, Your Excellency, Mr. Chan Bun Thuy, the Deputy Representative of Vietnam Economic Cultural Office in Taiwan. Mr. C.Y. Huang, he is the sponsor for this forum and President of FCC Partners, as well as the founder of Southeast Asia Impact Alliance. And we also have my dear friend, Mr. Peng Min, the Vice President of E3. Okay, he's coming. And we have 4 outstanding speakers from the both sides. All the other distinguished guests, dear participants, and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Xin chào. It is indeed my great honor and pleasure to be invited today here for this very important occasion of the 2022 Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle Forum. As a person who used to work and enjoy his golden age of time in Vietnam for more than 5 years during the year of 2010 and 2016. I consider Vietnam is my second hometown. Vietnam là quê hương thứ hai của tôi. And therefore, I am particularly happy, as always, to meet friends from Vietnam. And I'm also glad to see experts from the two sides to get together talking about the possible opportunities for cooperation to strengthen our already close and good relations between the two countries. In the recent years, having been impacted by the severe contents of the two strong powers, the United States and China, and the continued outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the weird and awkward Russian-Korean War, the world now is facing an unprecedented, most turmoil and crisis situation. And this situation has inevitably brought about huge difficulties and challenges to the global economy. But despite of the huge difficulties and challenges, the most important thing for all of us to do is to keep on making efforts to try to better equip ourselves to cope with this situation and to whatever the future development it will be. This is how I see the forum today. It is one of our everlasting endeavors to push forward the future cooperation of the two sides in the years to come. I'm sure that this forum will provide you valuable information and ideas of the electric vehicle development states in the two countries, Taiwan and Vietnam, respectively. And of course, it is also would provide great opportunities for you to make acquaintance to those who are interested to do the cooperation in the future. So this must be a very successful forum. I sincerely wish this forum most successful one. I wish every and each one of you health and happy. Chúc hợp tác thành công. Chúc hai bên quan hệ của Việt Nam và Đài Loan càng ngày càng phát triển, càng ngày càng tốt. I believe my Taiwanese friends understand what I say in Vietnamese, 因为他就可以对照的哈。祝各位瑞绕寿鬼很强壮，事业腾跃，事业顺利，万事如意，万事如意，家庭幸福，先感恩，谢谢。
Thank you so much, Mr. Huang Shuveng, for all the words. And ladies and gentlemen, my honor to invite Mr. Trần Văn Thuy, Deputy Representative of the Vietnam Economic and Cultural Office in Taipei, to give us the second welcoming speech of today. Welcome, Mr. Trần Văn Thuy.
大家好，xin chào tất cả các quý vị. Well, Mr. Peng Huang, former representative of the TECO in Hanoi, Mr. C.Y. Huang, co-founder of the Southeast Asia Impact Alliance, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great honor to be invited to attend and address this opening of this event, which to me is very important and meaningful for the strengthening of cooperation between Vietnam's business and those of Taiwan. On behalf of Vietnam Economic and Cultural Office in Taipei, I would like to express my sincere thanks and appreciation to the organizers, particularly the Southeast Asia Impact Alliance, for this opportunity. In addition, I also would like to express my warm welcome and appreciation to all the speakers, participants, and all sponsors for their valuable contribution, without which or without whom this event, I think, might not be possible. In the framework of today's event, 2020 Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle International Forum. I would like to share with you just a couple of thoughts. Firstly, the trend towards clean energy economy is believed or well believed to be irreversible and popular as time goes by. And Vietnam and Taiwan are no exception. So therefore, going electric vehicle is the very right option and could serve as a means to that end. Secondly, business ties between Vietnam and Taiwan has been growing stronger year by year. And there remains, although of that fact, there remains a lot of opportunities and potentials ahead of us. So in this regard, I would very much appreciate the initiative to organize or hold this event, which is very timely and topical. Last but not least, with the high presence and active participation of, I would say, the leading electric vehicle automaker of Vietnam, VinFast. I'm very much hopeful that Taiwan's electric vehicle manufacturers and their associated partners and industry could better understand the situation concerning the development of Vietnam's electric vehicle industry as of now. And more importantly, I also do hope that this event could bring about business opportunities for the two sides, particularly for VinFast and Taiwan's electric vehicle manufacturers and their partners to cooperate to build up so-called the very potential Vietnam's electric vehicle supply chain. And for that reason, I am very confident that this event will be a great success. And I thank you and wish you all good health, happiness, and every success.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cheng Vang Thuy. Next, I would like to turn to Mr. Cheng Liangji, former Minister of the Ministry of Science and Technology of Taiwan, who will deliver the third opening speech of today. However, Mr. Cheng Liangji cannot attend the event today, but he did prepare a video to welcome all the guests. So please welcome Mr. Cheng Liangji.
各位贵宾，大家好，我是前科技部长陈良基，非常高兴看到台越电动车举办高峰论坛。越南在电动汽车方面有非常好的产业基础结构，而台湾在 IT 产业，特别是 IT 科技上面，有很好的全世界供应链的优势。那如果台湾跟越南能够在电动汽车这个全世界所瞩目未来最闪亮的产业上面能够合作，我相信对台越未来在电动汽车上面掌握全球供应链一定有非常大的优势。我在这里特别祝福所有台越电动汽车产业大家的科技合作能够非常愉快，共同把这个产业的结构创造出来。
Thank you, Mr. Cheng Liangji. Now I would like to turn to Dr. Alex Peng, Vice President of the Industrial Technology Research Institute, the fourth welcoming honorable speaker of today. Oh, Dr. Alex Peng cannot attend the event either. However, he did record a video for us with some words for all the guests today. So please welcome Dr. Alex Peng.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, our friend and partner in Taiwan and Vietnam. Thankful Mr. C.Y. Huang's invitation so that I can share some of our view in the electric vehicle. My name is Alex Peng. I serve as Executive Vice President of ITRI and also in charge of very important task that is Net Zero and Sustainability Office. ITRI stands for Industrial Technology Research Institute. We focus very much on the applied research. The only mission is to research on the breakthrough technology and bring the technology to the market and create the market value. So with this, in the past 30 to 40 years, we've been set up the first IC fab or IC lab in Taiwan. And from there, we built up TSMC and UMC and many IC design company. I think this become very, very important industry not just in Taiwan and also in the global market. Another important task that is Noble. We built up the first Noble Alliance by co-working with Intel, Microsoft, ASUS, Acer. From there, we build up a display and LED, key component, passive component, etc. So with these two experiences, I truly believe we can bring this precious experience by working together with all of you to build a new platform. I am really looking forward to the new platform that is the unmanned car with electric vehicle. That not just the new market, we need a new business model, we need many new technology. In the past 10 to 20 years, ITRI working on the lithium battery, now is a solid state lithium battery, which is high energy and also highly safety battery. And also we are working on the unmanned car technology. And for today's presentation, we have our CTO, Professor Huang, to present our technology. So with this platform, I have several hopes. One is how can we leverage each other's technology, leverage each other's vision, leverage each other's thinking on creating the business model. So I'm very looking forward to this promising future. We could create many technology together. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you either in Taiwan or in Vietnam and also in ITRI. Let's work together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Alex Peng. Lastly, we are pleased to have Mr. C.Y. Huang, co-founder of the Southeast Asia Impact Alliance, to deliver the organizer speech. Thank you.
Honorable Taiwan Representative Mr. Huang, Honorable Vietnam Deputy Representative Mr. Thuy, VinFast Representative Mr. Dan, Professor Wang of ITRI, Professor Vo of Vin. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you all for participating in the 2022 Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle Forum today. My name is C.Y. Huang, Huang Qiyuan. I'm the co-founder of Southeast Asia Impact Alliance, 东南亚影响力联盟. It is my great honor to have the opportunity to host the event today with the Vin Group, Vietnam's leading business group, on a very important subject, electric vehicle. As you know, electric vehicle is the trend of the future. Due to global warming and climate change, all countries in the world are shifting from traditional automobiles to electric vehicles. Taiwan is also following that trend. Taiwan is very strong in IT and semiconductor. As Mr. Chen Liangji Buzang just mentioned. But we are a newcomer in the EV industry. In addition to cooperating with global companies like Apple and Tesla, Taiwan is also looking at the Southeast Asian market. And Vietnam is one of the most important markets for Taiwanese companies. Therefore, the subject of today, Taiwan and Vietnam cooperation in EV, is very timely and important. I would like to give a brief introduction of Southeast Asia Impact Alliance, 东南亚影响力联盟. The association was established in January last year by myself and other people. The purpose of SIA is to help Taiwanese companies to do business development in Southeast Asian countries and to form partnership with Southeast Asian partners like VinFast. Taiwan doesn't have diplomatic relations with Southeast Asian countries. Therefore, the functions of private organization like SIA is very important. We are very honored with the opportunity to work with leading companies like Vingroup in this event. As you know, Vingroup is the largest private enterprise in Vietnam with many different business activities. VinFast, which was only established 5 years ago in 2017, is now becoming the leading player of EV, not only in Vietnam, but also in other countries as well. We believe the traditional IT and semiconductor strengths of Taiwanese companies will be very complementary to Vingroup and Vietnam's market environment. The purpose of this forum today is to introduce the potential of VinFast to Taiwanese companies and to encourage more Taiwanese companies, especially critical automotive spare parts manufacturers, to cooperate with VinFast. I believe today's event is the beginning of a meaningful cooperation between Taiwan and Vietnam. I thank you all for your participation, and I sincerely wish for a fruitful and productive business partnership between Taiwan and Vietnam in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. C.Y. Huang. Once again, please have a warm welcome and one welcoming and also a round of applause for all our welcoming speaker of today. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to start the first topic of today, the electric vehicle of VinFast history and plans of development. To all the guests and audiences, my honor to invite Mr. Nguyễn Văn Thanh, Deputy CEO of VinFast Limited Liability, Vingroup Joint Stock Company, Forbes Under 30 of Asia 2022, to accompany us on the journey of VinFast.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very honored to be invited as a speaker at the Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle Forum today. My name is Thanh Nguyen. I'm currently the Deputy CEO of VinFast Vietnam, Vingroup. I joined Vingroup in 2019 and has been in charge of the electric bus project, as well as the international partnership. In this forum, I hope to deliver a message. Vingroup and VinFast have a good potential to boost the international scene of electric mobility with our research and development strategic partnership with global top OEMs. We hope to connect with many more potential partners to accelerate developments in the Vietnamese automobile manufacturing industry. Vingroup is one of the biggest private enterprises in Vietnam with a track record of developing new businesses into market leaders. Our market capitalization as of Feb 2022 is around 32 billion USD, which is around 1.5% of Vietnam nominal GDP. Vingroup today, based on the principles of sustainability and professional management, to operate in three major business segments. The first one is industrials and technology. The second one is real estate and service. And the last one is social enterprise. Vingroup has been able to maintain the top positions in the overall business performance in various industries, with a diverse product portfolio and ecosystem in many segments, namely healthcare, education, retail mall, real estate and development, hospitality, entertainment and mobility. Especially in the case of VinFast, as we know, within 4 years of entering the industrial segment, Vingroup achieved success with its cars, e-scooters and electric bus, named among the most popular products in Vietnamese domestic market. However, in order to bring viable and valuable long-term contribution to society, Vingroup must first sustain economic growth to sustainable development with economic optimization, human resource management, corporate social responsibility, and environmental protection. As the leader in the excellent service, we focus on developing smart mobility in on our products. Our EV has high quality and provides a holistic ownership experience. To increase EV adoption, we trust on 3 USPs: premium quality, inclusive price, and high-tech and holistic driving experience. For you to have a better understanding of the process VinFast reached the world, let's have a look at the video that we have prepared. Please play the video.
Hello, from Vietnam, home to one of the world's fastest growing economies. We are VinFast, a member of Vingroup's technology and industrial ecosystem. Vingroup is one of the leading conglomerates in the region. VinFast is an automotive brand with a vision of driving the global electric vehicle revolution. The automotive industry witnessed a miracle with the swift transformation of an uninhabited swampland into a state-of-the-art automotive factory and the launch of the first 3 car models in a mere 21 months. Our manufacturing facilities can produce hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles per year and includes comprehensive workshops as well as an industrial supplier park. In just 18 months, we became one of the best-selling automotive brands and the most beloved in Vietnam. VinFast electric vehicles provide modern designs, durable performance, and the highest safety standards. Our vehicles use technology to make EV driving easy, convenient, and enjoyable. With our customers' first philosophy, we strive to deliver quality products, competitive prices, and outstanding after-sales service. We aim to give everyone the opportunity to experience smart electric vehicles. VinFast is constantly innovating with global strategic partnerships. We're also continuing to build a powerful leadership team comprised of the best minds in the business who share our dedication to creating the best products and experiences for customers worldwide. With a presence in the US, Canada, and European markets, millions of VinFast smart electric vehicles will soon be on the road, moving toward a green, smart, and sustainable future. VinFast, boundless together.
We have a track record of making the impossible possible. We started building our first manufacturing complex in Haiphong, Vietnam in 2017. Within 2 years, we introduced 3 e-scooters and 3 ICE car models into the market. In 2022 and 2021, we capture more domestic market share and incorporate many smart tech into our vehicles. We also plan for the electrification of our vehicle production line. Besides the 4 new electric scooter models, VinBus were introduced as the first public transport line using electric bus in Vietnam. We also released VinFast E34, our first electric car model domestically. This shows that we are committed to developing EVs. At the event CES 2022 in LA, US, our global CEO Huang introduced 5 EVs model and delivered our promise to stop production of on ICE models in 2022. In fact, we stopped on ICE model around from maybe this month, 2022. From now on, we will only be releasing EVs in all segments. This is a photo of our recent display in the LA Motor Show. Our VF8 and VF9 models have received more than 24,000 pre-orders within the first 48 hours after the event. We have received more than 75,000 global pre-orders until now, and VinFast is a new but formidable player in the EV market. I want to introduce about this is our VF8 de-shipment model, and which will be delivered in Q4 2022. And the car has around 471 kilometer range per full charge. This is our most premium model we call VF9 e-shipment, and it also will be delivered in Q4 2022. And the car has almost 600 kilometer range per full charge. Both models have achieved 5-star and DASA and 5-star aero and cab safety. And this is our electric bus. The range is 2022 to 2060 kilometer per full charge, which only takes around 2 hours to charge. And it can hold 72 people. It's wheelchair equipped with smart features. Those smart features we also connect with another company from Taiwan called named Advantage, such as multiple cameras, AI camera, driver behavior monitoring system, free Wi-Fi, and entertainment streams. VinFast plans to expand globally in the US, Canada, France, the Netherlands, Germany, and invest in manufacturing facilities in the US, North Carolina. And we will also consider venturing into new markets given the right opportunity. VinFast global expansion can be seen in our investment in the EV manufacturing facilities in North Carolina, as I have mentioned it before, with $2 billion investment by VinFast, and the 800 hectare facility with 250,000 vehicle production capacity will soon be operational to deliver our smart EVs to the US market in 2024. We opened the first 6 VinFast stores in California just this month, and we'll continue to open more than 30 stores in California soon, and of course another countries soon. Vin Group have created a supporting ecosystem with our own subsidiaries and strategic partnership with global suppliers. Using our technology for life platform, VinFast wants to leverage the competitive advantage of partners, enjoy greater margin benefit, economy of scale uplift, and production efficiency. To achieve our ambitions, VinFast is looking for more strategic partners. We have cooperated with some suppliers from Taiwan, such as the Prolium or Advantage company. We recently got covered in the Business Today reputable Taiwanese news outlet. From my talk with the reporter, I realized that Taiwanese companies care about developing electric vehicles as well, and have suppliers with technologies that can enable and could be very helpful. VinFast has invested over $6.6 billion USD in capital and have delivered 85,000 cars and over 150,000 e-scooters to customers domestically. At 300,000 current annual manufacturing capacity, VinFast will continue to deliver excellence, and with the global rollout of 6 EV models, innovate and enhance to bring the best product and serve to our customers. Vingroup has invested billions of dollars in automobile manufacturing. Our manufacturing facility is highly scalable. We can up to 820,000 in 2026, fully operational and highly automated, with over 90% with robots. And with our global expansion, we have welcomed many suppliers into our industrial park, such as ZF, Equino, ZF, KUKA, ABB, Siemens, Duo, to work together to bring making Vietnam EVs to the world. In order to lower sourcing and inventory costs of key components, we are also calling for investment. And a cooperation in our industrial parks, especially chip manufacturers, and may even offer incentive of 10 to 15 years of land leasing and factory rental expenses. We prefer to select on-site supplier to reduce supply chain disruption and want to increase the localization rate for more than the current 60%. In August 2021, Vingroup also formed VinFast. The company is for the energy solution joint stock company in Vung An, our battery company, to research, develop, and produce batteries for electric vehicles, mobility, application, and energy storage solutions. Phase 1 total investment value is almost 200 million, which expects annual battery capacity of 3 gigawatt hour. I believe this could also be an opportunity for supporting components supplier to join in the development as well. With our mission to create a better life for people, Vingroup and VinFast hope to deliver luxurious yet affordable products with superior user experience to our customers, and want to get support and cooperation from Taiwanese companies. Thank you. If you want to, please reach out to me via the email address on screen. I would love to discuss further. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nguyen Văn Thanh. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Tang Qingyu, Director of the 9th Institute, Taiwan Institute of Economic and Research, and Mr. C.Y. Huang to address the second topic of the new southbound train of Taiwan's supply chain, taking the automobile and motorcycle industry as an example. For this second topic, Dr. Tang Qingyu will be the first presenter. So please welcome Dr. Tang Qingyu to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tan Jingyu, Director of Research Division 9, Taiwan Institute of Economic Research. Today, I want to present a topic about the new southbound trade of Taiwan's supply chain. First of all, I want to share the evolution of global supply chains. We can see the left side is back in the days, the global supply chain, which is based on the profit orientation and the consideration of corporate cost, was formed by International Division of Labor and centralized management. During the year of 2009, the change of the United States trade policy forced the multinational companies to relocate the productions and lines in China to form a synchronization supply chain. And after the outbreak of the COVID-19 epidemic, we can see that the determination of the supply chain was based on the strategic security orientation and market, which form a regionalized supply chain. So we can see the formation of the regional supply chains has led to the formation of a regional manufacturing center in various continents in the post-pandemic era. So therefore, mainland China still the world's factory, but the products produced by the multinational companies in China will gradually be mainly sold to the China's customers. And the proportion of the sales to other countries will decrease. So this situation we called in China for China. Let me take an example for this. We can see Taiwanese businessmen as an example. The proportion of goods produced in China and Hong Kong in 2020 will drop to 20.3%. And proportion of goods produced in China and sold to the United States dropped from 26.9% in 2018 to 25.7% in 2020. And we can see that the decrease of 1.2 percentage points. Okay. And let me show you the global industrial chain layout ASEAN. First of all, under the US-China trade war, we can see the ASEAN has a certain advantage to attract to the layout of the global industrial chain. And the secondly, the United States promotes the Indo-Pacific strategy, which regards India and ASEAN as an important Indo-Pacific partners. Therefore, we can see the advanced countries continue to invest in ASEAN. Secondly, we can see that ASEAN was geographically close to China and also close trade cooperation relationship. So with the entry into force of RCEP this year, the trade cooperation between China and ASEAN will be further strengthened. And the third, we can see Taiwan has great trade interaction with ASEAN members in industrial links and investment. And we can see the Taiwanese businessmen have transferred export orders from China to ASEAN under the restructuring of the global supply chain. So we can see the global industrial chain layout ASEAN now. And for this slide, we can see Taiwanese businessmen have adjusted their production layout in the past 2 years. According to this survey, we can see the 28 of Taiwanese businessmen returned to Taiwan, and by 70% of them close to the layout in Vietnam. Therefore, we can see Taiwanese businessmen attach more importance to ASEAN's economic development than other countries. And for this slide, we can see the left graph. According to the data from the Investor Commission, Taiwanese businessmen has transferred a large amount of investment in China, and with dropped from almost 80% in 2011 to 31.38% in 2021. the downward trade was quite obviously. Meanwhile, we can see Taiwan has accelerated the investment in ASEAN in 2021. The proportion of the investment in this region were almost 30%, an increase of 23.7 percentage points. And we can see our Taiwan semiconductors industry as main investment industries of Taiwan in the United States also. And this paragraph we shows that about 41.8% of Taiwanese businessmen have transferred out of their productions line from China to other countries. About 70% of them that returns to Taiwan choose to expand their production lines, while about 70% of them choose set up new production lines in Asia. And we can see the table that the Taiwanese businessmen who set up new production lines in ASEAN, regardless of the company size or production category, have accounted for more than 50% of them. And we can see from the investment history from Taiwan to ASEAN, Singapore and Vietnam were the main investment countries, which continues to increase year by year. And imports and export, we can find that the trade relationship between Taiwan and Asia were close. So, for example, in 2021, the import and export value reached 85 billion US dollars and 66 billion US dollars respectively, accounting 40% of the products were integrated circuit products. So the last paragraph I want to show you that is the layout of the Taiwanese businessmen in ASEAN were mainly divided into expanded layout pattern and the pioneering new territories pattern. And both of them, these patterns has transferred the investment and the export orders from China to ASEAN after the outbreak of the US-China trade war and COVID-19. And besides that, the promotion policies of ASEAN also attract more investment from China. From Taiwan. So Taiwan's companies have added more production lines to ASEAN in recent years. The left graph we show that Apple's supply chain was an important example. So we can see the restructuring of the global supply chain have accelerated the development of Taiwanese businessmen to Asian countries. And I believe that the cooperation of both countries were more development opportunities will be brought out. Okay, that's concludes my talk today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tang Junyu. And now welcome the second presenter of the second topic, Mr. C.Y. Huang, co-founder of the Southeast Asia Impact Alliance.
Thank you, Dr. Tan. Dr. Tan just give you a macroeconomic look, of Taiwanese companies shifting their production from China to Southeast Asia, in particular 2 countries, Singapore and Vietnam. And I personally believe that Vietnam will surpass Singapore, in the next 2 years. Now I would like to focus a little bit more on the micro picture, to particularly the automotive industry as well as the EV industry. Next slide. Yeah, okay. The first, let us give an overall look. As we all know, EV is a very promising field. And right now, the current 2 major markets are Europe and China. Southeast Asia, however, as we just heard, have tremendous growth potential. And Taiwanese firms are also looking at this as the next 护国神山, the next growth industry for Taiwan. Okay, now let us look at Southeast Asia. First, I would like to share with you the auto industry. Southeast Asia auto manufacturing is not big, but it's the 7th largest manufacturing region. 2021, it produced 3.5 million vehicles. But the auto rate, the penetration rate is still relatively low, but the production is picking up. Okay, one of the center for auto manufacturing is Thailand, 东南亚制造中心. And then the auto, it is Hong Hai recently getting there. The Thailand government subsidized EV production. It is expected that by 2025, 30% of the cars produced will be EV. And Thailand recently, you probably heard a joint venture between Hong Hai, Foxconn, and Thailand's largest company, PTT, 泰国石油公司. The 150,000 EV will produce annually. And then another company is an EV bus joint venture, Energy Absolute. So it has something. But the Foxconn choosing Thailand as a base, particularly interesting. And let us look at Indonesia. That is another market being talked very recently because it has a very important mining material, nickel, NIR, and it's the world's largest NIR producer. And then it is a core technology for a battery pack. And then the President Joko Widodo, 佐科威总统, recently had a meeting with Hong Hai chairman Liu Yangwei. And then also probably later this year will meet with Tesla to build an EV ecosystem. And many players, international players, have joining the Indonesian market. Let us look at China's 宁德时代 CATL. It is going to invest 6 billion in an EV battery. And the LG Energy Solution, the South Korea's 2nd largest market cap company, is also getting there. Foxconn recently, last month, signed a joint venture with Gogoro, meeting with the president, with other companies, Indica, IBC, and Tesla, as I mentioned earlier, is also cooperating with the Indonesian mining players. Okay, now look at the Vietnam EV market. The first, let's examine the Vietnam, the auto market landscape. As previously, I think in one of the speakers, the share, the rate is really, really low. The 1,000 people, the only 23 cars. In Taiwan, 1,000 people, 348 cars. The last year in Vietnam, the 300,000 cars were sold, and it projected that this year will reach 500,000 or even 600,000. The 30% per annum growth since 2019. And then many foreign companies are targeting Vietnam. They let us look. And these are from selling cars into Vietnam, not from manufacturing there, including Audi and Porsche. From Germany, Toyota launched its Corona Cross, last year. And then the Mercedes-Benz, introduced 2 EV models. And then 4 of the United States also planning to sell EVs. And then but it is not just the foreign players, it's the local player. So this one is particularly shocking. We as a Taiwan, I think there's some lesson for us to learn there because we are Taiwanese, we haven't developed such kind of domestic player. VinFast, as we just heard, from Mr. Dang, last year it launched the first locally produced EV, and it is selling very well, as you can see from the video. And then another joint venture with Kia Motor in South Korea, TACO, is also getting to the market. And let us, the Vietnam EV players. EV players, I mean component player. Let us review some of them. Many of them are Taiwanese players. This one you probably heard of them, Prologium, 辉能固态电池 solid state battery. It has recently signed a VinFast cooperation because I understand it may be confidential, but it is reported in the local Taiwan news. I understand, the VinFast invested some money into Prologium. And the next. And next is the Mr. Tan mentioned earlier, Advantech, Yanhua. Yanhua last year, they have a joint venture with a VinBus. So the 电动大巴士, the bus you have saw, the internal, the solution is a cooperation with Vin Group. So Vin Group welcome Taiwanese partner. That is the purpose of the seminar today. Next. Autobike, that is a company, Peng, the Taiwanese company is working with a VPIC. VPIC is a 越南台商, Taiwanese company in Vietnam. They are doing in JV in electric motorcycle, so 电动机车. Next. And then we have recently Xing Mobility, 行进科技, they have a cooperation on battery system with V9s, the next generation battery system. So as you can see, it is not just hardware manufacturing. There are various interesting battery solutions, but ironically, these things are not being reported in Taiwan, but it is happening in Vietnam. Next. And then not only Taiwanese company, but also Chinese company. Recently, a Chinese company, Goshen, they signed a JV with the VinES, as we just mentioned. Next. Okay, the Taiwan auto-related supply chain, let us review that. Next. Okay, Taiwanese supply, if I want to show you this, you see the high-tech is only amongst all the investment, traditional manufacturing, almost 60%. High-tech is only 7.5%. That was in the past. It's going to change. I foresee in the next 3 years, the high-tech investment will be at least over 50% next. The auto, you have seen some companies, 轮胎, 建大轮胎, Giant, 三洋机车, quite a number. Next. And then these are the Taiwan industry distribution chains you can see from upstream, midstream, downstream. Many companies, all the names you know from the right. Next. And then I would like to give you an overview, of the foreign direct investment, 外资投资 in Vietnam. Taiwan ranked very low, 2021. Only ranked number 6. Number 1 is Singapore, number 2 South Korea, number 3 Japan, number 4 China, number 5 Hong Kong. Taiwan is dismal number 6. I hope it will change next. The reason some of the foreign investment, the Pegatron, 和硕, who is the one of the bigger one in the last 3 years. Next. The Samsung, very aggressive, invest a lot, in the last several years, probably one of the most aggressive foreign players. Next. And then the IT giants, you see many IT companies, Pegatron, Foxconn, I understand is here today, Luxshare, Lixun, BYD, BRD. Next. And then the Taiwanese player, these are the component, all the component. I highlighted in red, all the 电子五哥, Foxconn, Compal, Pegatron, Wistron, Inventec, 英业达, 嘉士达, they are all there. So all the big IT players are there next. And then these are further some of the component players next. And this one's look interesting. If you look at 2015, out of the top 20 Taiwanese players, 17 are traditional, 传产, only 3 are tech. Next. But if you look at the 2021, 13, including 和硕, including 嘉士达, ASUS, to name a few. 下页. Okay, and then the private equity PE. I'm the chairman of Taiwan Private Equity Association. Let's also look at the number. PE last year, the number is not big, 2.1 billion. But 2019, 1.9 billion. Consider the COVID-19. It is not bad. Next. And some of the company raising startup, 新创公司 raising significant amount of money. Look at this company, 250 million Series B by SoftBank and PayPal. Taiwan, I don't see this kind of company. You're raising so much money. Next. Tiki, this is a Taiwan Da, 林之诚 last year 投资 Taiwan Mobile, $20 million e-run financing. Tiki is a e-commerce company. Next. And then there's some of the recent connection. Look at the number. 都是上亿美金 100 million and above private equity in Vietnam. Is that happening in Taiwan? No. Next. Okay, here's my conclusion. Yeah. Number one, EV is the future. And then the EV IT industry, all the Taiwan players, 电子五哥, shift the focus to EV. And then used to people investing in 南越, 现在 moving to 北越. And the approach is the ecosystem, 生态系投资法. In the past is 供应链. 现在的话是生态系. 越南 has the 生态系. 出海口就是越南. So you're selling to the Vietnam market. So this is a good compared with the last 25 years ago. Huang that China selling to the United States. But now you're selling to the Vietnam market. And then the strengths, Taiwanese IT industry, we already mentioned, the strength. That's why VinFast want to cooperate with you. And SIA, Southeast Asia Impact Alliance, we are hoping to act as the bridge to assist Taiwanese company to get connected with VinFast. Many of you, are excellent in many spare parts. Yes, VinFast welcome you. And then it is the ecosystem, 从制造、科技、market、融资、政策到人才. Overall, the entire ecosystem is there for you. Next. And the Taiwan-Vietnam, together, we believe we can build a better future in EV. This is the once in a lifetime excellent opportunity. In Southeast Asia, yes, there are other players. Thailand, use the car industry, Indonesia, mining. But Taiwan and Vietnam, we should work hand in hand together. Together, we can do this like a US President said, build back better. We can say build EV better together between Taiwan and Vietnam. Next. So, driving to the bright future. That is my slogan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. C.Y. Huang, and also Dr. Tan Qingyu for the second topic addressing. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we continue? We are now going to listen to the third speech from Dr. Wang Jiezhi, Chief Data Office of the Mechanical Mechatronic System Research Laboratories at the Industrial Technology Research Institute. Dr. Wang will address the topic of the technical energy of electric vehicles and self-driving cars of the E3. Please welcome Dr. Wang Jiezhi.
Thank you for the nice introduction. And can you hear me well?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so this is Bob Wang Jiezhi. I am currently Chief Digital Officer at the E3. Today, I am going to kind of briefly summarize the electric and autonomous vehicle we have been working on at the E3. And here, the first slide, I show that you can see a number of vehicles, right? They are all self-driving vehicles. Later on, I will get in talk about more about our self-driving vehicles capabilities. So I kind of have to skip this slide. I assume you all know about the E3. We have more than 6,000 talents working in technology, R&D, and commercialization. We have 6 main focus, including information and communication, green energy and the environment, and the mechanical mechatronic system, like my institute. And we also have labs around the world. We have Japan office, Berlin office, Moscow. Of course, we are office in Bay Area, United States. Let's get into the core technology, right? The talk here, kind of less business side, more technology side. So today we talk about the EV. Of course, we care about the battery. We care about the charging systems, right? We care about the propulsion systems. But I guess you all agree that people ask more, right? We should kind of think about how to connect the vehicle with the infrastructure, right? So people are so excited about the 5G, beyond 5G, B5G, or 6G, right? We all assume that our vehicle in the near future will talk to the infrastructure, will talk to the nearby vehicles, will talk to the nearby participants or road users. On top of communication, the self-driving cars, autonomous vehicles are, is a very hot topic recently, right? So then we have to think about what kind of sensor we are going to use. Do we use camera only? Should we use radars? Should we use lidars? Of course, based on that, what kind of AI algorithm to process all this huge amount of data. All right, so there's all kind of technology to enable the future car. Of course, once you process all this data, then you have to let the computer control the vehicle, right? Then you have the drive-by-wire, right? Then you have used drive-by-wire to connect all these pieces together. All right, so this kind of the vision I want to discuss today. We look at the EV. We do believe the EV is promising, but the EV we think about is kind of also with the communication capability, also the AI capability to drive the car for you. I don't have to mention the Taiwan EV supply chain. The co-founder CY Huang just mentioned this. In Taiwan, we have very strong EV supply chain. We have supply chain for power chain, for the rotor, for reduction gear, and so on. We also have the body electronics. I don't have to mention that in Taiwan, we have super strong ICT technology, industrial, right, including semiconductors, right? Once you add the cameras, all the sensors, right, you need to have the chips to process the data, right? And people also know that the car is kind of changing, right? From the hardware-defined vehicle to the software-defined vehicles, right? We will have much more data, much more software modules in the future EV and in the future vehicles. Of course, I don't have to mention that we also have supply chain for batteries, for chargers, and so on. So let me briefly mention the contribution we have. So we have developed the family of the EV power chains during the past years, right? You can see ranging from the small, like around 50, 100 volt inverter to the around 600 volt to 50 kilowatts, inverter. So we build our own inverters, and then we use inverter to control the motors. Then we build up together to have the power system to drive all these EVs, right? And the E3 is the key partner of the leading companies in Taiwan, including Teiko, Datong, Zhonghua, automotive, and so on. Then let me briefly talk about the features, right? And we believe our power chain relative hardware device is highly efficient, and the power density is very high, and is super reliable. And in addition to these hardware components, we do want to emphasize the software components from our research group as well. So you can see AutoSAR. Some of you may be familiar with that, right? It's a standard if you want to prepare your software, right, on automotive, right? So our hardware system are already AutoSAR compatible. Of course, we work on ISO 26262 functional safety for ADAS, for AV, and we do MIOS, seal and HEAL verification. All these, hardwares are verified with the model-based design verification tools. We also have that, just to mention a few. So we mentioned about the hardware part and the software part from our team, and our E3 also offer this kind of service, right? We can do the CAE analysis and design, ranging from electromechanic, thermal, structure, gear chain, and overall vehicles, right? Basically, whenever you need to design a new kind of device, modules, or the whole vehicles, we can do the software simulation to verify the design and so on. Again, I kind of switch between software and hardware, right? Now we also have hardware to really verify, to test the power chain, battery, charger, and the vehicles here. So here we have virtual vehicle lab, we have power lab, we have battery and charger lab. So combine the power lab and the battery and charger lab, we can do reliability tests. And we also have the whole vehicle lab to test emission, energy consumption, and so on. So now let's move the gear. Now we kind of complete the EV part. Let's move to the AV part, the self-driving vehicles. The key connection between the EV and the AV is drive-by-wire. So here, my team also do the drive-by-wire retrofit. So we have retrofit the range of vehicles, including the gasoline buses, electrical van, electric buses, and so this kind of thing we can do. Now switch your gear to the AV. So now let's say you have EV and you have drive-by-wire ready. Then you just have to put the sensors on top of the EV, then put the more powerful computers, inside the car. Then you have AI algorithm, then you have the kind of all the hardware you need for the self-driving vehicles. So this figure shows our self-driving vehicles. On the top, you can see LiDAR, radar, cameras. I personally don't believe camera only solution, right? For safety point of view, we want to use a kind of sufficient camera to ensure the safety reliability of systems. So on the right, you can see we're not only working on the current sensors available to you, we also work on the next generation sensors. Here is the next generation automotive radars from UK. These are from the US, the LiDARs, and these is from the Australia. So basically, we have the software engineers who knows these sensors very well. We can do the integration of your new sensors and to verify if your new sensors is capable to deliver some capability of AV and so on. So now we get the hardware part of the AV ready. You have an EV, then you put the sensors on the vehicle, you have computers, right? You have drive-by-wires, then you have all the hardware you need. Now let's talk about the software part. So this is my philosophy of the AV software stack. First, we have maps. We have HD maps. Then we use the map to do localization, to offer the centimeter accuracy localization. Then you have AI perception, right? You use the camera, LiDAR camera, radar to detect pedestrian, detect the road user, and so on. Then you do tracking, you do prediction, predict their future motion in 5 seconds or to 10 seconds. Then you have the AV policy generation to determine what kind of motion you should do. Then you have control, then you send a command to the drive-by-wire. Drive-by-wire will control the car for you. So in this slide, you can see the map we built of the Taiwan Taoyuan International Airport. So this is the Terminal 1, this is Terminal 2, Terminal 3 is under construction. So with the map like this, we can do centimeter localization, all right? So it's pretty accurate. So here you can see the white dots are belonging to the HD map. The colorful points are the data or measurement from the LiDAR in real time. So basically, we compare the live, in real time measurement with the map. Then you can determine the location of the vehicle. You may say, Bob, we use GPS, but the GPS cannot work underground, indoor garage, and all this kind of challenging scenario like the tunnel, right? Based on our map-based localization module, basically you can go anywhere with the map, all right? Then come to the next question. Some people argue, okay, the map is expensive. Yeah, let's kind of before, right? My team has developed a low-cost and fast HD mapping system, including the hardware and software. So here, that shows the map of the we can build in 2 weeks. So this is E3. This is the Hsinchu city downtown, downtown of Hsinchu city. This is Nanyao, kind of the harbor near the ocean. And on the right, you can see the 3D model, the quality of the map we built. So this is the Hsinchu train station, and here is the domain, okay, the gate of the old Hsinchu downtown. All right, you can see the quality of the map we can build and at a very low cost. Compare the current cost from other mapping companies. Our current kind of price is 1/10, and we believe we can do 110. Like, okay, we can cost down 10 times in a year. So which means that in the near future you can get HD map and for EV or AV or for other applications. All right. So here, just to mention our current previous contribution here. So we were the first team to obtain permission to do self-driving vehicle operation on public roads in Taiwan. So this shows the area we can run self-driving vehicle. This shows the first license plate for self-driving vehicle here in Chinese 自驾车. Okay, 0001. Okay, number 1 plane. Okay, this is a vehicle. So here, let me show you the video. So this video summarizes the highlights from our 2 years experience at Nanyao Hsinchu. First, you can see they are kind of different kind of bicycles carry some stuff, right? Which sometimes AI could fail. Here, this kind of uncontrolled intersection. So the AV have to negotiate with the road users. And of course, during the past 2 years, we had to deal with the raining. This is a kind of interesting scenario, sandstorm. So near the ocean, there's always a strong wind, carry the sand, hitting the vehicle. Then you have to differentiate which kind of measurement you should pay attention to, which kind of object you should not, worry about too much. And in Taiwan, we kind of have some street dog, 流浪狗. So here in Nanyao, we do encounter a lot of street dogs. So here shows that our sensor can take care of that, can detect that, and our driving behavior module can find a proper behavior to deal with the street dogs. One challenge is that in Taiwan we have a lot of neon lights. If you ask Tesla to do the camera only stuff here, they could fail. So here, can you see that there's some traffic light in the image? So the challenge here is that we have to use some AI algorithm to detect the traffic light, then recognize the pattern in this kind of background. All right, so we managed to do that too. Okay, here I do want to mention this. Most AV companies are not making money, right? They are losing money. I would say we could be one of the few AV companies making profit here. So in August 2020, we completed a collaboration with the international automotive OEM. Here you can see that. Okay, I do not want to mention the country name. This is the vehicle, okay, with our AV technology, right? So here, which means that even the automotive OEM kind of believe in our AV technology. All right, so this is the one case here. Here, let me show you we also got a permission to do the public road operation of 2 self-driving buses, which is big. It's gasoline buses. In here, in Taiwan, we call the label A buses, which can carry most people. And here, the former minister of MOTC came to the Taichung Central Park area to have a test ride. So I still remember the day was a Saturday, and there are a lot of people, having fun in this, Central Park area of Taichung. So I would like you to look at the front of this video. So you can see a lot of people trying to find a parking space on my right side. So because the side kind of was under construction, so people have nowhere to go. They just were working on the land we should be moving. So you can see our self-driving buses kind of move a little bit toward to the left side to kind of offer a space for the pedestrian to move in. So scooters are always nearby around the AV. So you have to kind of to be able to deal with that as well. So now you can see back to that time, the speed limitation of that road is kind of 50 kilometers per hour. But the committee said, Bob, you can only run your self-driving buses at 30. So which means that our vehicle could be always slower than the nearby vehicles. Okay, we can run faster, but we follow the committee's order. Okay, we just run the vehicle at the highest speed, 30 kilometers per hour. So here I do want to mention, based on our experience in Hsinchu Nanyao, central part area of Taichung, one thing we realized that the road user in Taiwan tend to disobey the traffic rules. They just don't follow the rules, right? So you can always see the illegal double parking, U-turn, all different, so different kind of, in Taiwan we say 三宝, right? They just don't obey the traffic rules, right? So our safety driving car have kind of to be able to deal with that. So here you can see this car trying to find a parking space, but we kind of negotiate with that until all the car passing by, then we find a space and time, then we move on, okay? And recently we also working on safety driving trucks. So here you can see there's a 5-ton truck and with our drive-by-wire technologies, with our AV technology here. And here, this is the safety driving 35 tons truck, all right? And this truck is on the way shipping to Melbourne. So in 2 or 3 months, this safety driving truck will be running on the highway in Australia. Okay, here again, not only Japan buying our technology, even the Australia people kind of, yeah, you are good, right? Let's have a try, all right? So this truck, they pay us to ship this truck, 35-ton truck to Melbourne. Then we will show them that we can do safety driving at a high speed on highways. That's the final video I want to show you. All right. So the scene is Hsinchu downtown. As you can see, no safety driver behind the driving wheels, which means that we are super confident on our safety driving technology here. Of course, we have one safety engineer here on the navigation side because due to a requirement from our, government, right? He said you must put a safety engineer or driver on the vehicle. So this engineer can only stop the car. That's it. He cannot control the car at all. So again, you can see from the video, illegal double parking here, a traffic light red, we cannot go. And the car is still here, but there are a lot of incoming traffic. So we wait until it's empty, then we keep moving. The traffic light is red again. We start here again, illegal, scooter, right? Okay, bicycle and so on. So we keep moving. By the way, it's raining that day. So again, you can see all this kind of highly dynamic traffic. And also in Hsinchu, we have several narrow roads here. Now you see we make it a 90-degree turn, very narrow road. And the incoming traffic is kind of moving at high speed. Kind of the car have kind of to reason all this incoming traffic. Again, you can see a lot of scooters nearby. Oh, by the way, the number here is in miles, right? So we are running kind of at a faster. You will convert the miles to the kilometers, right? Now we reached another, logistics hub. So our self-driving car will find his, parking space, which means that you can assign what kind of parking space, which parking space you have to park the car. Then the self-driving vehicle will park the car by itself. Then the people will move out the goods, okay? Then move in the goods for our self-driving vehicle to deliver. And the video is long. I do not have time to show the whole videos. Feel free to find the videos from my YouTube channel. All right, maybe. Okay. All right. So this is the final slide. So today I briefly show you the EV capability we have. We do inverter, we do motor, we integrate inverter and motor, we have the power systems. We have drive-by-wire. We have the safety driving technology, okay? And at this moment, we work with our partner in Japan, in Australia, in Taiwan, and it's great to have this opportunity and hope to work with the mainland people in the near future. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wang Jiezhi. Lastly, I would like to invite to the stage Professor Võ Đức Thắng, President of the Vietnam Innovative and Intellectual Network in Taiwan. Professor Võ Đức Thắng will answer the question of how can Vietnamese intellectual in Taiwan contribute to promote the Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle Corporation. So please welcome Professor Võ Đức Thắng.
Thank you, Mr. Trung, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to attend this event, and I have a pleasure in this event also, because my major is chemical engineering, and today I attend an event related to electric vehicle, and I learned a lot from the forum today. And today I would like to introduce about the Vietnamese intellectual in Taiwan and some cooperation from us, and also some other cooperation between the Taiwan and Vietnam electric vehicle. And okay, so firstly, I would like to introduce about myself. I have been in Taiwan for almost 11 years, and I have worked at Taiwan Tech for 4.5 years. About my job, I am assistant professor at the National Taiwan University of Science and Technology, NTUST, or Taiwan Tech Taikata. And when I came to Taiwan, I didn't think I will stay in Taiwan for a such long period. And I changed my mind because I love Taiwan, I love Taipei. And actually, I have been in Taiwan for 11 years, but I cannot speak Chinese well. Yeah, that's my bad. And I also joined in many Vietnamese community in Taiwan. I am the former president of the Vietnamese Student Association in Taiwan. And when I finished my mission from this association, and I also realized that there are many Vietnamese alumni in Taiwan who are working now in Taiwan. And we have around 2,000 Vietnamese alumni who are working in Taiwan now. So we have an idea to establish and develop our network for the Vietnamese intellectual network in Taiwan. And our network, the Vin Taiwan, actually today we also have the Vin Group, VinFast, but actually we are not belong to Vin Group and VinFast, because many people also ask me whether we belong to the Vin Group, but actually no, a similar name, Vin Taiwan, okay? And we are under the Vietnam Innovation Center in Vietnam. I will show you later. And why we want to establish this network? Because we want to connect the Vietnamese intellectual in Taiwan together. And we also hope that we can build the connection with the Taiwanese company and some other network. And we want to promote the cooperation between Vietnam and Taiwan in the future. Actually, we just established this network since November 2021, only around 8 months only, okay? And besides, I also joined in some other organization. Okay, so I also joined in the VIC Taiwan, and also in our university, NTUST, we also want to build up some network for the international alumni. So I also in charge of the NTUST International Alumni Association in Taiwan, because the networking is really important nowadays, and we can build our network and we can develop our connection. And the next one, I want to show about the number of the Vietnamese students in Taiwan. Recently, we have around 20,000 Vietnamese students in Taiwan. And for the Vietnamese alumni who are working in Taiwan, around 2,000. And recently, we also have many Vietnamese alumni who are working at the university, around 20, as assistant professor. And we have some network. We build up this platform, we build up this network, and we make the connection. And this is our committee member. am the president, and we also have some other committee member, and we also have the assistant head of the Vietnam Economic and Cultural Office in Taipei as our advisor. And we are under the Vietnam National Innovation Center, belong to the Ministry of Investment and Planning in Vietnam. So we want to build up this network, and this is the website of the National Innovation Center in Vietnam, and we are one of the network. And this is an idea from the minister, and he want to establish many networks around the world. Look like you can see we have in Korea, in Japan, in many countries, and Taiwan is one of the network. And when we build up this network, and we have some mission, and the first thing we want to make the connection for the Vietnamese intellectual in Taiwan. And this is our website. We have the member. We also provide some information. We connect the people together. We collect some information, and we also show about how the Vietnamese intellectual in Taiwan. And the people can know each other. They can connect together, and then we can build up our network. And we also care about the publication or maybe some research from the Vietnamese people in Taiwan. And our mission, actually we have many missions, and I just saw some of our mission here. We want to connect and develop the Vietnamese intellectual network in Taiwan. We want to build a platform for Vietnamese intellectual network in Taiwan. And we also want to support the young Vietnamese and organize some innovative activity. And one of our mission from the Vietnam Innovation Center, that is promote the Taiwan-Vietnam cooperation. In the beginning of this year, we also attend some forum, but about the agricultural field. Yeah. And we also attend that one because we have some schedule at the end of this year. We may invite some Vietnamese experts to visit Taiwan, or some Taiwanese experts to visit Vietnam. And then we can cooperate, we can develop our cooperation in the future. And we also had some meeting with the SIA from Mr. Huang, and we already have some discussion. Maybe at the end of this year, we will do it for the agricultural field. And today, I think this is the first time for the Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle International Forum. So I think in the near future, we will have more connection, more forum, more discussion. And I also hope that we can, Taiwan, we can join and we can accompany with the SIA in the near future. And actually, when I got the invitation for this event, and I also study some information about the EV. And I know that EV is one of the green future in our life. Yeah, because I saw that look like when I study about the electric vehicle, and I saw that many parts, and I also found a lot of information about the development of the EV in Taiwan. And I saw that look like for the battery, around 40% total cost of the EV. And my major is chemical engineering, so I know some information about the battery. And I know in Taiwan a lot of the research related to the battery, and I think that's also one main part of the EV. And for us, we have the network. We want to build some connection, and we have some cooperation with the SIA, and we also have the human resource because actually we also connect to some Vietnamese students who are studying about the EV in Taiwan in the National Cheng Kung University. And we think for the Vietnamese intellectual in Taiwan, we can connect the Vietnamese people in Taiwan, and then we also can connect with more associations in Taiwan, and then I hope we can accompany with some association look like the SIA in the near future, and then we can promote our cooperation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Võ Đức Thắng, for the presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just finished the first section of today. For the well preparation of the second section, please allow us to have 5 minutes break. And also this 5 minutes break, we are arranging for the Q&A section, and also for you, our guests today, online and offline, to refreshing for the Q&A section. Stay tuned with us because the second section we have the attendance of Mr. Nguyễn Văn Thanh, Dr. Wang Jiezhi, Dr. Thắng Chính Yu, and Professor Võ Đức Thắng. Also, the moderator C.Y. Huang, Mr. C.Y. Huang. Please return to this room at 3:45 Taipei time, which is 2:45 Hanoi time, and we will continue to the second section of the Q&A. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the second section of the 2022 Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle International Forum will begin shortly. Please have yourself seated and switch all of your devices into silent mode. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the second section will be started in next 30 seconds. Please have yourself seated and turn off all the electric devices. Thank you so much. Nó ở trong download đó, trong phòng download anh kiếm giùm em. Anh mở download lên. Ladies and gentlemen, the section is about to begin, so please have yourself seated. Thank you so much. We're about to start the section now. Please have yourself seated. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to our second section, the Q&A panel discussion. The section will be arranged online and on-site. Joining us online today, please welcome Mr. Nguyễn Văn Thanh and Dr. Wang Jie. Allow me to invite Mr. C.Y. Huang, Dr. Thán Chinh-Yu, and Professor Võ Đức Thắng to come to the stage for the Q&A section. All the activities will be moderated by our moderator, Mr. C.Y. Huang, co-founder of the Southeast Asia Impact Alliance. Please have a warm applause for our moderator, Mr. C.Y. Huang, and for four grateful speakers.
Good afternoon. Thank you. We just heard from the first section, which is extremely productive, and we all learned a lot. We understand the importance of the rapid development of Vietnam as a market and the importance of Taiwan as a critical EV component supplier. Now we are turning to the second session. I'm honored to moderate the session. Giving the geographic zone, from between Taiwan and Vietnam, and given that we have some online and offline, the complexity, so we collected some of the questions beforehand. So allow me to ask some of them on behalf of some of the audience. I apologize if some of the audience, you want to raise further questions. We may do that in the next time. But I would like to start this afternoon. The question, we all heard the story shared by Mr. Dunn, the tremendous growth of VinFast in the last, I believe, 5 years only, starting from 2017. And then only 2 years ago, decided to shift to EV. So we have a very interesting questions. Mr. Dunn from the audience, they would like to ask you the experience of VinFast shifting from traditional car makers to EV. the audience say that your experience seems to be much more quickly than some of the other countries' experience. So can you share with us what factor prompted the VinFast to entirely shift to EV, and what makes you so confident about shifting from traditional car makers to EV manufacturers? Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Huang, and thank you for a great questions. VinFast is one of the world's first automotive companies to completely switch to pure electric, and we have stopped on ICE car production since this month. The key factor that leads to switch is our development strategy. From the moment we founded the company, we have had it in our mind to produce electric vehicle. Therefore, our production line is highly automated and can produce both ICE and electric cars. Just last June 2022, we have produced and delivered 1.7 thousand ICE cars and almost 800 EV, our first model called VFE34 to consumers. So we confidently switched to producing EVs because we believe sustainable development and environment protection. After the pandemic, I think all countries globally have realized the importance of environmental protection, and we also hope to contribute in Vietnam ambition of net zero by 2050, as started by our government at COP26. Recently, the Vietnamese government has also made more active moves toward electric vehicles. For example, from 2025 onwards, the entire bus system will be replaced by bus run on electric or clean energy. So I think that's one of the reasons we shift to EV more quickly than most traditional car makers did, and we believe in our strategy until now. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Mr. Dang, for your answer. We all envy your market potential. Taiwan, we also has an automobile company, Yulong, which has been manufacturing for 50 years. Several years ago, Yulong's EV division was acquired by Huang, which is Foxconn. So now they are building the MIH platform. I have to admit that Taiwan doesn't have a huge domestic market. Therefore, we are slow in developing EV. So I think if Taiwan can cooperate with Vietnam in the future, it will be a win-win, mutually beneficial. We have a second question, which is very related with the subject, the EV cooperation between Taiwan and Vietnam. So the question was asked, what particular industry and companies in Taiwan are you interested to cooperate with? I understand you are looking at many spare parts. Actually, later we have two spare parts company. They're gonna do a brief introduction. But let me ask you, because now you are moving to EV, which is even better for Taiwan because the ICT industry in Taiwan is very strong. So we can provide the infrastructure, but we want to ask you your opinion. What particular areas are you focusing at? Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the question. I also directly work with a lot of Taiwanese company before, and we also have some deal until now. For some deal, we're still in the process, so I cannot I cannot say anything right now. But back to the question, what particular industries and companies in Taiwan we interested to cooperate with? Basically, we do not limit ourselves into a specific area or interest. Any company that could create synergy may have potential for partnership. We have had strategic partnership with Taiwanese companies that I mentioned, such as Advantech, the IoT smart features, equipment, fleet management system for VinBus for our electric bus, and the AI solution, AIoT application for our technology company named Big Data. We also are partnership with Prologium, as you also mentioned, right? The solid state battery R&D. So the most important part is that the products is innovative, the quotation is reasonable, and both sides can form a sustainable strategic partnership. That's the most important. So we're not limit anything right now. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, it's very clear. So I'm sure the audience here today will be very excited to hear your comment because Mr. Dunn from VinFast just mentioned he's welcoming in the suppliers in all related areas as long as you are innovative, as long as your price is reasonable. And then he is looking for a long-term strategic partnership, not just a short-term relationship. And he has already had experience in working with Advantech Yanhua last year in the area of the electric bus. You know, I think that was widely reported in Taiwan newspaper. And then last month, you know, we also heard about VinFast's cooperation with another battery manufacturer, 固态电池 solid state battery in Taiwan, Huang, Prologium. You know, we also had slides mentioning that. And then obviously the list is going on and on. You know, so currently he has other projects talking, but that's due to confidentiality, not yet disclosed. But the purpose of the seminar today is to encourage more companies to work with them, especially VinFast has established, as I understand, and sort of a technology industrial park. So in Vietnam, in North, the industrial park. I will get back to Jessica. I understand you raised your hand. You know but I would like to ask Mr. Dan, you know, what particular incentives and benefits, you know, can a Taiwanese company receive if we invest in this Vong An economic zone? So perhaps you could elaborate a little bit about this, introduce to our audience, you know, this economic zone that you are building. I understand from the video, it will be the third largest in the world. And then what particular incentives and benefits can Taiwanese companies receive? Thank you.
This is okay. Thank you for the question. So you asked me the particular incentives and benefits can Taiwanese company receive if they invest in our economic zone, right? So
yes.
Yeah. So the current area of Vong An Industrial, the Vong An Industrial Park is about 1,500 hectares, which can be further expanded in the future. For manufacturing facilities of VinFast, VNS, the battery company, belong to our Vin Group. So, but most of it will also be for the car component suppliers. Yeah, for car component suppliers to develop a supporting industry for automobiles. In addition, not only in Vong An, but another industrial real estate of Vin Group, we will aim to invite car component supplier, not just only Vong An, and first giving priority to electric vehicles, then another parts. So the incentives will be specific depending to the industry or depending to the negotiation with the partner. So I cannot say anything in detail because it depending on the industry or independent to the negotiation with the partner. But for example, we currently hope to attract chip manufacturers to set up factories in Vietnam. Vin Group can have rate incentives such as 10 to 15 years rent-free for land or factory or for factory fee so that suppliers can focus invest in production. That is just one of the incentive that I can get you for example. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We understand. You know, so it is case by case. You know but
yeah.
You know just like the incentives in China 20, 25 years ago by Taiwanese company. Each province, each different industries, depending on their negotiation and depending on their strengths, will receive different terms.
Yeah.
But 10 to 15 years,
Yeah.
rent-free.
We will try to our best. We will try to our best to support you related to building the factory, to rental free or something. So Taiwanese company just invest in production.
Yes, it is very delighted to hear that. And I can also assure you that SIA, we are committed in bridging the Taiwanese companies who are willing to invest in Vietnam and to work together with you. I think there is a chart by my presentation. The last year, Taiwan companies only is too low. It's only number 6. But I'm sure, this year will probably pick up if we can find more Taiwanese company to work together with VinFast. I will let you shift the gear to Professor Huang. I just heard you the exciting speech, earlier, about the many innovations of Gongyan Yuan E-Tree. I understand you have some cooperation with U.S. or other companies. But can you share with us what is the ultimate goal, or what is the ultimate the partnership that you are envisioning? You can work with Vietnam companies like VinFast or other Taiwanese companies. So we understand you have many talents and technology, but how will it develop into meaningful and productive business international partnership in the future? Thank you.
That's a great question. Okay, so we all know that the E-Tree is kind of semi-government organization, right? So we may not be able to directly collaborate with the international companies, right? But what we can do is that we can help our Taiwanese companies. All right, we can do technical transfer so that our Taiwanese company could have this kind of technology. Then they can work with the international company like a Vin Group, right? So that's kind of one possibility. And also for E-Tree, we can also spin off the groups, right? Like a TSMC was a spin off from E-Tree, right? So it's kind of, we have a number of the possible or feasible way to build the collaboration between the E-Tree team and the Taiwanese company and the international companies.
Okay, thank you very much. Just like TSMC, as was a spin-off from E-Tree, and then Dr. Huang also mentioned in the future that E-Tree could also spin off into other companies like the automotive vehicle company just mentioned, and then is also technology transfer to some private enterprise. So such a technology, once a Taiwanese company, you receive the technology transfer, and I guess you can then work together with VinFast. So there are many possibilities. We are happy to assist and help. And then we have now turned to the marketing side. So we talk about technology, we talk about production. But here there is a question asked about marketing. Mr. Deng, the question was asked, we heard from your video, that you started selling EV already in the United States and EU. Do you have any plans to enter the Taiwan market with your very attractive EV model?
Yes. In the near future, we will focus on developing key markets in the US, Canada, and Europe first. Then we will, but we are researching on other potential markets, but I think it won't be deployed too soon, because right now we try to focus everything in the US, Canada, and Europe first. After that, maybe.
Okay, thank you. Taiwan, we are always helping other people, enable other people, empowering other people to success. But Taiwan is not a big domestic market. We understand, so that's even more the reason, all the more reasons that we should work together with Vietnam, especially a player like you. I personally believe that it is easier for Taiwanese company to work with VinFast than to work with Tesla or Apple, because that's even a tougher challenge. Probably take 3-4 years, before we can do that. But you give us a lot of hope, so thank you. I want to turn to Dr. Vo. To your knowledge, are there any Vietnam professionals working in the EV-related areas? Perhaps some. The Vietnam. I'm intrigued to listen that you say there are almost 20,000 Vietnamese students, and then there are 2,000 working. Where are they working? I don't see that many. So I know many companies they are hungry for Vietnam talent. So as the chairperson of Vietnam Vietnam Intellectual Network, so perhaps you can share with us where are these talents working, and then would they be interested in working in EV or other promising technology areas?
Thank you, Mr. Huang, for this really interesting question. And that is also our mission this year, because we established this network from November 2021. We want to connect all of the Vietnamese intellectuals in Taiwan, and actually the number 2,000 I refer from the MOL, the Ministry of Labor website, and I saw the information about the Vietnamese intellectuals who are working in Taiwan. And the question about where they work, and actually I don't know all, but I know many Vietnamese intellectuals. They are working in the semiconductor, look like the TSMC. And
even TSMC, wow, okay.
And also
great.
ICT, and also many technological company look like Wistron, or maybe some other look like Lion and so on. And also around 20 alumni who are working at the university. So actually for the EV, until now, I don't know who are working at EV now, but I think in the different part, look like for the battery, for ICT, or maybe for the semiconductor, and there are many Vietnamese who are working there now in Taiwan.
Okay, that's great. As you know, that we also established an organization called TVISA, Taiwan-Vietnam 国际学生联盟, Taiwan-Vietnam International Student Alliance, who is dedicated to help Vietnamese talents like yourself to hook and work with Taiwanese company. So in the future, we definitely look forward to working more closely with you. We now, because the opportunity is very rare, we talk about Taiwanese suppliers. We have 2 Taiwanese companies today. They would like to share a little bit of their experience. One with the VinFast, the opportunity is very rare. The first of them is a company called Carota. We have the honor of inviting Brian Chen, the vice president of Carota, to share with them. They have many customers in China, in India, in the United States, but they say, wow, we want to enter into Vietnam. So Brian, please.
Okay, so slides. Thanks for the opportunity to present ourselves. I'm Brian Chen and Carota. When you see a slide, let me brief what we are doing. I remember a story that a couple of weeks ago, we are in a board meeting, and my the board member challenges why? Hey Brian, why don't you cooperate with VinFast, and they are doing so good and they're growing so fast? So I say, okay, but I'm in Taiwan, so I will try to. And then we have the opportunity to cooperate with VinFast, and it's incredible. So thanks for CY for giving us this opportunity. So when we are talking about what we are doing, we can see our company name. We are Carota. Carota's Carota, which means car OTA. So quite clear that we are doing OTA for car. Before we dig into more details, I want to ask you a question that actually we have what is OTA? We have a navigation function in your car, right? But what's the time? Last time you use navigation? Maybe you don't use that because we use Google Map. Because why? Because the navigation is not updated. So that's old map, which we cannot use that. But we see we solve this kind of problem that we can make your car most updated. And so you can see the picture that how many things need to be updated. You can see the very beautiful carpet, and there will be a T-box, and there will be a lot of ECU in an EV car that is maybe that is the 300 to 400 ECU in a car. So when there's some bug or there's some new function need to be launched, what can we do? Let's go back to the reseller store. This doesn't work. So in the past it can work, but there's a lot of new EV brand that they cannot do this way. So starting from Tesla, they use the over-the-air update to solve this kind of problem. So let me share some more details. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, why we do this kind of business? Because EV car is very important because you can see Tesla, one company, is the total market cap of the next 10 car company. So and what we are doing, the OTA things and ADAS things, there are a lot of investors looking at this kind of service. So what I want to share is what the things that we achieve. Sorry, it's a bit slow. 还是你可以帮我按下一页。哦，可以。OK。我先讲一下那个我们的那个市场占有率好了，再往下。Okay, so when we want to be a global software and service company, but if we want to go to BMW or Volkswagen and say, hey, or VinFast and say, hey, I'm Carota, I want to do the service for you, and they will ask me, who are you? So we try to establish our track record starting from China. So we can see if this the car shipment last year. You can see the first year company, the car brand is shipping at least 1 million cars that we already served 3 of the 5. That is Volkswagen, China, and Geely, and Taiwan-Vietnam. That is also very big, growing fast EV brand. And the second tier that is shipping 500K to 1 million. That we already serve Chang'an and Chery, and also Changcheng car. So our strategy is to go with winners, and now based on the research report, we in the OTA field that we already have 20% market share in China, owned by a Taiwanese company. So that is a very interesting achievement that we can do. So I want to see either global. Okay, okay. So what's a service that we can serve VinFast? And we are very excited to present more. But in some, that one is over-the-air update. Our customers that is not only passenger car and also commercial car and EV car and also bus company. Those kind of vehicle, they will have a lot of ECU inside, and we can help them to update it, so they don't have to go back to the reseller to solve this kind of problem. We are very good at. And then also we can also serve our customers that is a remote diagnostic function, and also we use the OTA to provide a subscription model for our car OEM customers. Okay, to generate new revenue stream. That's we are very good at. And also we have a video telematics solution. That is, you can see the third one. That is, we have we integrate a lot of like ADAS or camera or DMS things all together and provide a cloud solution to our commercial car customers. So we are very appreciate that we have a chance to present ourselves, and those are the services we also want to provide of VinFast. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. This is thank you very much for Brian Chen, the Vice President of the Carota, the 科洛达 the emerging company who has significant customer base in mainland China, but now who wants to moving to Southeast Asia, just like many the Taiwanese company did, in particular Vietnam. The second company, we want to also show you one case. This already recorded. There is a Taiwanese company, Lingyang Glass, 做汽车玻璃的, who has been in Vietnam serving automotive companies for 20 years, 20年了. And then who wants to share? This general manager, Zhang Tianchang, who wants to share his experience in doing business in Vietnam, in the automotive business with you, please. There's a short video by him sharing his experience in English. Zhang Tianchang, David Chan. Yangling Glass.
大家好，我是越南阳明 Global Glass 总经理张天长。
Our main business in Vietnam is the production of automotive glass. I would like to share with all of you my working experience in Vietnam by 3 points as below. First of all, conditions for investing in Vietnam. The population of Vietnam is nearly 96 million. The average age is around 30 years old. This is a huge favorable advantage for the development of industry. For every 1,000 people, there are 154 vehicles used in China, 330 vehicles in Taiwan, and over 900 vehicles in the United States. However, there are only 23 vehicles in Vietnam, which means automotive industry still has a large space to grow up in Vietnam. Furthermore, national highways are just getting started, and auto outputs are estimated more than Taiwan next year, 2023. As for the growth in the sales of cars, from 160,000 vehicles in 2014 to 320,000 vehicles in 2019, the auto output in Vietnam has doubled in the past 6 years. And the government also announced the goal of reaching 600,000 vehicles in 2023. Therefore, government supports VinFast and provides 335 hectares of land to build up a modern car assembling factory, which is the third largest automotive production base, except Volkswagen in Germany and Hyundai in South Korea. Also, the Free Trade Agreement FTA in the countries of ASEAN, Vietnam is the one with the most FTAs signed and the most potential for development country. When it comes to the core technology, Yangling has been engaged in automotive glass production in Vietnam since 2002. In these 20 years, we have always focused on this auto industry and established a professional business, so that we also have been approved and certified by professional certification facility and main car manufacturers in Vietnam market. I, personally, have worked with Mr. Cao De Wang, the chairman of Fuyao Group in China, from 1987, when Mr. Cao just started to build up the business of Fuyao and established a strong partnership and friendship between us. Mr. Cao also insists in the principle of focus on core technology to develop automotive glass industry. Currently, Fuyao Group is the top automotive glass supplier in the world. As for the market, we would like to grow with it. With Yangling's development in market share in Vietnam, we got the opportunity to cooperate with Toyota to supply spare parts. We passed the audit of Toyota in 2018 and was planning to supply products to Toyota in 2019. However, the pandemic delayed the schedule to now. It is a pity. In the incoming months, we plan to expand production lines and purchase new equipment in order to pass Toyota in section again. In the future, with the development of electric car, the production of auto glass will trend to screen display. We will develop ourselves to meet the need of market. We also believe Taiwan's smart technology will play an important role in Vietnam's electric car industry. Also, with the growth of population and economy, environmental protection will be another issue in Vietnam's auto industry. We believe the electric car industry will embrace a 20-year golden age in Vietnam.
Finally, I hope all of us can grasp this decisive opportunity to enter Vietnam market and get a head start. Wish you all peace, health, and success. Thank you.
Thank you. 谢谢张天长张总经理. He has been in Vietnam for the 20 years. In the previous, he was in China. It is very interesting. I just noticed the person he mentioned, 福耀玻璃曹德旺. He is the #1 glass manufacturer in Fujian. And then he is also the first person, Chinese company, to build a factory in the United States, in Detroit, that actually shooting to a Oscar-winning 纪录片叫做什么美国工厂，一个中国公司 Chinese company running a American factory in Detroit 汽车工厂. That's very interesting, you know. So, and I think the most important message you mentioned in Mr. Zhang's message is that 2025, you know, the car number is even more astonishing, from 600K, you know, 600 to 800K, you know. This year is 1,000人 is 300,000, you know. So in the 3 years ago, you know, it's like 120,000. So it is a 30 annum per growth, tremendous opportunity, and that is all the more reason for us, Taiwan and Vietnam, to focus on the co-development of EV industry. Before we conclude, I wonder, Mr. Dunn, do you have a few words to say to our Taiwanese friends? You know, there are many of them are big company CEOs arranged by SIA who are eager to do business with you in the future. Do you have a final word you want to say with them, Mr. Dunn?
Yeah, firstly, let me thank you for the organization. It's very helpful forum for us also. And as I also mentioned, we welcome all of the Taiwan component car suppliers. We welcome to Vietnam to work with VinFast, with Vingroup, and VinES. And basically, if we have a chance, maybe I would love to meet you face to face in Vietnam, and we can if you take around to our industrial park to discuss more in detail. And I also hope that not just only Advantech or Prologim or another company that we are discussing, maybe in the future after this event we have more potential partner will come to work with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I can assure you, Mr. Dunn, that you will have more potential partners other than Huineng, other than Yanhua, you know, who are looking forward to visit, to work with you and to visit your Vong-An economic zone in the future. You know, ladies and gentlemen, you know, thank you very much for all of your participation for today's event. I want to thank you for all the speakers today. I want to thank you all the online and offline audience. I want to thank you in particular to our partner Vingroup, you know, being the #1 business group in Vietnam, and also VinFast, you know, especially Mr. Deng, taking a very valuable time of his busy schedule to share with us the bright future, the bright vision of Vingroup. We look forward to working with all Taiwanese companies. We look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you. Now back to Jason.
And that's the end of our 2022 Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle International Forum. Thank you so much once again for our VIP guests, our grateful speaker, Mr. Nguyen Văn Thanh, Dr. Wang Jie-Zhi, Dr. Tang Jingyu, Professor Võ Đức Thắng, and our moderator, Mr. C.Y. Huang. Through this forum, we hope to promote the Taiwan-Vietnam Electric Vehicle International Corporation and also the global AV industry. Once again, thank you so much and see you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hello, from Vietnam, home to one of the world's fastest growing economies. We are VinFast, a member of Vingroup's technology and industrial ecosystem. Vingroup is one of the leading conglomerates in the region. VinFast is an automotive brand with a vision of driving the global electric vehicle revolution.
We have our photographers here for any photo taking, so if you want to take any picture, so please welcome to the stage. Thank you.
Swampland into a state-of-the-art automotive factory, and the launch of the first 3 car models in a mere 21 months. Our manufacturing facilities can produce hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles per year and includes comprehensive workshops as well as an industrial supplier park. In just 18 months, we became one of the best-selling automotive brands and the most beloved in Vietnam. VinFast electric vehicles provide modern designs, durable performance, and the highest safety standards. Our vehicles use technology to make EV driving easy, convenient, and enjoyable. With our customers' first philosophy, we strive to deliver quality products, competitive prices, and outstanding after-sales service. We aim to give everyone the opportunity to experience smart electric vehicles. VinFast is constantly innovating with global strategic partnerships. We are also continuing to build a powerful leadership team comprised of the best minds in the business who share our dedication to creating the best products and experiences for customers worldwide. With a presence in the US, Canada, and European markets, millions of VinFast smart electric vehicles will soon be on the road, moving toward a green, smart, and sustainable future. VinFast, boundless together. Hello, from Vietnam, home to one of the world's fastest growing economies. We are VinFast, a member of Vingroup's technology and industrial ecosystem. Vingroup is one of the leading conglomerates in the region. VinFast is an automotive brand with a vision of driving the global electric vehicle revolution. The automotive industry witnessed a miracle with the swift transformation of an uninhabited swampland into a state-of-the-art automotive factory and the launch of the first 3 car models in a mere 21 months. Our manufacturing facilities can produce hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles per year and includes comprehensive workshops as well as an industrial supplier park. In just 18 months, we became one of the best-selling automotive brands and the most beloved in Vietnam. VinFast electric vehicles provide modern designs, durable performance, and the highest safety standards. Our vehicles use technology to make EV driving easy, convenient, and enjoyable. With our customers' first philosophy, we strive to deliver quality.